What up, my freaks? RuinouSinsight here with part 36 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Belegar Ironhammer campaign. So as we saw last time, we have completed the quest for the Armor of Skaldauer, giving us the buff to 25 control for all provinces, and the casualty replenishment as well. It was sorely needed. In addition to that, our Confederation debuff has ended, and we cannot confederate anybody else at the current time, which means we can operate without it for a while, and our control should be able to rise back up. It's been very negative for far too long, and it'll be nice to actually acquire both the income reduction, or the income increase in territories, and hopefully, if we can get that high, the construction cost reduction faction-wide as well from the public order bonuses. Now, in terms of what we gotta do this time, we are heading towards Mount Gunbad here, which is a nice place to have. It's got that gold mine, and it does have the special location as well, which will make us rich if we can get to it. It is also a tier 4, so we'll take it at tier 3, which is okay. Would have been nice to tier 5, but, well, beggars can't be choosers and all of that. Now, so what we're going to do here, first of all, Fimber, you're actually good as you are, though it's kind of tempting to transfer the Ekron miners to you, but maybe we can do that later once we get a bunch of the better rangers, the bugmans. It'll be some time before we get to that, at least from this particular location, though. It would be nice to pop them up at higher recruit ranks, but once again, I'd like to do that with the +5 armor. It's not much, it's a little bit min-maxy. I'll think about it. Maybe I won't bother and we'll just replace them a little bit sooner. Anyway, Burundan, you need to do several things, so you're going to start with moving towards Thorgrim, like so. And you're going to take Thorgrim's Grudge Rakers right now. I'm not entirely sure about his Thunderers, so I think we'll keep those in place just for a little bit. We might swap them out. Oh, he also has that Regiment of Renown that we could give him. The other unit of Hammers, the Regiment of Renown Hammerers. So I guess we could not give this to him. You know what? We have enough armies to swap stuff around here, so let's hold off on that. Burundan, then you're going to go to Burnoth. And you are going to give him all your cannon and grudge rakers in place of these dwarf warriors. That'll put him down to 20. You can also have his bolt throwers and grudge throwers and corlers, which will put him down to 16. That's a bit better. Now, we also want to put into his army 2 units of Iron Drakes with Trollhammer torpedoes, which will be recruited by Kazran Norgrimling, and probably 2 engineers as well, though we may have to go with 1 for now. And if that is the case, then perhaps we give him one more Thunderer, which I guess is going to be Thorgrim's Thunderer. But Thorgrim wants to move to Mount Gunbad, and I guess, wait, how much do we heal in enemy territory like this? Oh, pretty much the same amount. Alright, so I guess we can keep moving forward like this, and we'll just catch up with Burundan. Or with Fimber, if necessary. Fimber, you can, I guess, take it. Belegar, you will also go into encamp and will march forward. I guess you two are going to work on Gunbad together. And you will both be more or less at full HP by the time you get there, and then Thorgrim can grab that Peak Gate Guard. And then swap out to this direction to transfer the Slayers over. Lovely. Fimber, you... so first of all, we should probably give the Grudge Throwers up to Thorgrim, and possibly Fimber as well. So basically, you're good right now. Fimber's getting there, but he does need all those Gyrocopters that are going to be recruited shortly, but everybody else is now good where they are. Alright, next up, who can move? Grimly Quarrel Seeker. So what we want you to do is this. So first of all, Burundan, go here. Grimly, go here. Remember to keep 19 units, but otherwise you're going to take the Grumbling Guard, and you're going to take the... Well, I guess we could swap out the lower ranked Rangers if we wanted to, like this. And maybe the Hurt Rangers as well. Oh, nah, they'll heal up anyway, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. That's 4 for 4, yes? Wait, no, we need 1 more Ranger. Well, let's say one of these guys then. Then you'll be at 19 out of 20, and that'll be Gilbert, who comes back in. I guess we do lose... Oh, you know what we could do? Wait. We could give you the Quarrelers. We'll keep the Grudge Thrower for now, though I feel like we'll delete it later. And now we could give you up the lower ranked Rangers to 19. Yes. Alrighty, then Burundan, you're gonna move to Montenas, and then you're gonna basically hold at Bilbali, whereas Grimly is gonna go to Magritta, and is gonna be followed by his minion engineer. Perfect. Obviously, this is not the final form of this army, it's just in its current state for a while, but we'll be getting more bolt throwers in here, because Quarrel Seeker demands more quarrels as ever. Anyway. Although Thoric might also be using, as I'll think about it. But Thoric can also buff Grudge Throwers considerably, so... Anyway, Grimly is good. Fimber Ironhammer is still going to stay here, though I guess we could also just march forward. I mean, there's no reason not to, I guess. We're gonna send them into different directions shortly anyway, but for now, keep them as they are. Then, World's Edge Archway, we're probably gonna retool all of your... buildings, but we'll do that in a little bit, not right now. Cazador Dragonslayer, you are going to siege Castle Drakenhof. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, but there's potential here. So yes, Vlad is there, and he may try to attack us, but we shall see if he does. We're gonna siege. And then what we're going to do is, let's see, Vlad can reach us, but he can't reach Oakenhammer by the looks of it. We're going to tell Helmut Sido here to attack this target, in the hope that he helps us out. Alaric, I'm a little bit worried about you getting killed by Vlad, so we're actually going to send you back to Oakenhammer. And then we'll see if Vlad directly tries to attack Cazador. I mean, honestly, if we fight him in the field, that would work out reasonably well for us anyway. Next up. Gradnar, couple more turns until we delete you. 2 more turns, well actually 1 more turn probably, because I doubt that the enemy can reach you. And you're costing us unnecessary money right now, so yeah. Recruiter Logazor, you're good where you are. Hopefully you get attacked here, rather than this guy moving out to the Desolation of Nagash, which can now build, or which can now upgrade. You know what? Let's start upgrading it. It's not like we're gonna head down here with a with somebody that will reduce the upkeep cost or the construction cost. You actually can reduce it a little bit via some ancillaries. All right, stonemasons, the one that we're looking for. Man, there's never enough stonemasons, are there? And oh, there's a free student that I didn't realize. My bad. All right, we'll get that. And let's also take a look at if there's anything else that can help this particular territory. There's no free dwarfen tattooists, unfortunately. And the brewmaster doesn't help here. I guess you can have a student. Oh, no, you can't. Wait. Master, Engineer, Thane, and Runesmith. Okay. You already have a student. All right, fine. I think one of these guys didn't. Dalid probably does. Brock Whitebeard, Archivist, student. Hey, maybe it was you. No, it was not you. Alright, what about one of these guys? Do one of you not have a student? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Everybody has a student here? Yeah. Slight concern. What about you? Thori Dragonslayer, student. What about you, student? Oh no. Are we out of heroes to give students to? You do not have one. Perfect. Alright, well maybe not perfect, but at least it's something. And there we go. Alrighty, we're about to spend some money as well. It's not like we can attack right now. Finn Grimson. You and Doran are moving southward. We could upgrade this. I wonder what the cost is gonna be. Nah, we're probably gonna still wait. I know that it looks like we have a lot of money, but once again, I think it's deceptive. You guys keep moving down. And there we go. And both of you reduce the construction cost in the place by half, so it's still fairly nice. Down to 980, not so bad. But it's not like not doing it would change anything. Oh, you two together alone make the upgrades free, which means we could, let's say, move you to Angrund for a turn. That'll at least make that upgrade free. Lovely. Alright, but don't do anything else for now. Okie dokie, Dalid and Brock and so on and so forth. You guys are gonna go right here. Alright, Halcon Half, just move a little bit north. And then all of you follow along. Follow along, please. Let's see if you can go where you need to go.
Yes. Forwards.
Perfect. Alrighty, Karak Asgal has been reached, which means mine, upgrade of Asgal, and I believe, we might as well upgrade these two as well, while we're here. Then that's not going to get switched for a while, so you can, I think for now, go into empower the guilds, mostly for the extra little bit of growth. Alrighty. And then I guess we're gonna go through Eastern Badlands right after. Could have actually done that just now, but oh well. Not a big deal. In 2 turns, this actually deserves an upgrade as well. Oh. Which means what we'll do is we'll move up this way to Karak Azul to reduce the costs there, which also means we can delete this at Black Iron Mine. We can delete this, and we will replace those with other buildings next turn. Beautiful. Alrighty, Engineer Corps, keep doing your thing. We are not going to bother coming down to the Desolation of Nagash as I was saying earlier, so let's upgrade you. Hopefully this guy doesn't turn around and go for it. And I think the rest of the stuff is fine. At least it's too costly to bother upgrading right now. Alright, and is that it? It does not look like we need to do anything else or can do anything else. Let's get the Dwarf Emissaries next level, start upgrading those, and then let's end the turn and then see what happens with Vlad. If this guy comes help at Castle Drakenhof and Vlad doesn't react, that would be just amazing. And though somehow I doubt it'll work out that way, you never know. Alrighty, Lord not moved, Garrison Lord not moved, unassigned skill points, building upgrade available, outpost upgrade available, that's all fine for now. Yes. And wait, did I send you guys to where you should be? Yes, I did. There's always more stuff to consider, isn't there? And Constructor Furrowbrow, just out of curiosity, you have Mason. Let's get you pure beard as well. I was about to say pure bread. And iron willed. As in pure stone bread. Yeah, anyway. Let's end the turn. And let's see what we've got going. Settlement besieged Castle Drakenhof, yes, we are well aware. Now, does Drakenhof move before our allies, or does it move after? I guess that's an important question. And no, the Golden Order moves first, but will they move close enough? No, it looks like they just can't reach it. Damn. Thorek, you want a military alliance? No. But how about a confederation? Minus 46, it's not so bad. And our relationship will continue to grow, so hopefully. I really gotta get Thorek on the team. And aha, Vlad will indeed attack you. You're going to back off. Will Vlad attack you again? Yes, he will, but without the garrison. Now, if we can manage to destroy Vlad in the field, and I also want to point out that he lacks any cairn wraiths, we can re-siege Castle Drakenhof, hopefully with our allies. Alright, I'm definitely going to try this out. Here we go, cinematic battle. Alright, we'll see if that'll do. Here we go. I am excited for this, not just because of the battle, and by the looks of it, there's a decent amount of troops, so it'll probably be a decent battle, but also because I think this is a pretty critical one for our campaign. If we manage to pull this off, A, and B, also destroy this army fully afterwards, as in prevent it from running away after the dead rise, we may be able to get the entire faction, Sylvania, destroyed off the base of the base of this? On the basis of this, there we go. That's the phrase I was looking for. Anyway, it looks like Liesel or... how's this pronounced? Liesel? Lyle? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong either way. Well, either way, he's just flying around, going to be joined by some bats, and we'll see if he actually moves towards us. The enemy AI does often have a tendency to rush its fast movers forward, especially its flyers and its vampires, which is tremendously foolish. We also have a pretty decent position here. This is all impassable terrain, because apparently the cliff actually extends to here, or, I don't know, landslide traces maybe or something like that, or is this just supposed to be a path? Either way, you can't move here, so this is actually all cliffside, so we have one complete flank that's safe from the enemy, and then we have very nice elevation advantage as well, so all of our rangers and, well, I guess they're all rangers, will all be able to fire in pretty decent locations. The enemy is going to start the battle off with getting a penumbral pendulum into our units. Sorry, I was sped up. Oh, that looks a lot more like a landslide thing. That was sped up, so I missed it. But funnily enough, the enemy couldn't actually see our rangers here, so it targeted the dwarf warriors this way rather than this way. Kind of bizarre. Obviously, you shouldn't do formations like this against a player, or a competent AI, or an AI that has access to certain spells. Like if this was against Kairos, for example, no way would we be deploying like this, because he'd wreck our army and with a single... I forget the name of the ability. Fire of Zinch? No, the thing with all the fires coming from the sky. Well, not important. Anyway, it looks like Liesel or Lyle will be charging on in, though he's going to suffer a lot of range damage as he does so. We are not going to waste our debuff on him, the debuff from the Rangers, mostly because he's here by himself, and I'm not so worried about him surviving. Look at all those axes. I need to slow it down more when the axe rain starts to fall. He is dodging a fair amount of those, but a fair amount of them are hitting, and it just looks like a bloody blob flying through the sky. Oh man, and the axes that bounce off the unit... Huh. I wonder, can axes that bounce off the units still do damage, as in if they drop back on our own units? Do they hurt? Or do they go through them? No, they go through them, okay. That was kind of interesting, though. And just out of curiosity. Anyway, he's going to land into our back line. He's still got about half his HP and is recovering from Invocation of Nehek. That said, though, we are going to turn our rangers around, just start axing him in the back instead. You can't escape the axes, my friend. There we go. I swear, every time I watch this army fight, I laugh. There's just something hilarious about the billion axes that the Rangers launch. There we go, and oh, looks like they launched a few too many and knocked out a couple of their Ranger pals. But these are the regular Rangers, so they didn't have axes, and thus the axes didn't appreciate them. Anyway, looks like Isabella's gonna come in as well, following Liesel into death, because, yeah, more axes fly. And our Lord is there to bonk her a little bit. And down she goes. Very nice. So it looks like the enemy's also moving in some Fellbats, though not for long, as these guys are going to move into our battle lines and are going to get ripped apart. And same thing goes for the enemy Black Knights. Without all their melee units, these guys are going to just get focused down. We are going to move both of our units of Rangers in just in case these guys get a nice charge in, but the axes are also going to be flying shortly, and we'll see how long before these guys actually move in. And there we go. Here come the axes and a little bit of the regular quarrels as well. Nice, nice. Looking good. And the enemy looks a little bit annoyed, going to move around, but they have 2 units of Slayers right in their way, so if they charge, they're charging into the anti-large units. Good luck to them. And there we go, and in fact our Rangers are going to countercharge them before they can get any momentum up, and just start ripping them apart. They've got barely any HP remaining. The Slayers can move away, and the Black Knights will melt. Next up, we have a Vargulf moving in, and we are going to actually pop the debuff on it, the Marked by Ulthar, which will make it so damn susceptible to range fire. We've seen many a Vargulf melt to this already, and a few seconds of volleys from the... Oh man, it did manage to rip one of the Dwarf Warriors apart, but just the one. And down you go, Vargulf. Man, I didn't notice that animation happening a lot in my own VLAD campaign, surprisingly. It was a nice animation. Anyway, here comes the main army, moving in with its blob of units. Vlad himself has also arrived, but will be focused down by a fair few units of Rangers with and without axes. And I do imagine, even with the Potion of Healing, and even with Blood Drinker, and even with Invocation of Nehek, he's not going to outdo the sheer amount of damage coming in. Unfortunately for us, as we can see, the Rangers are starting to take damage, mostly due to the Sylvanian crossbows firing at them. 18 kills on these, but our own Rangers are just a little bit too far away to fire back at them, and are focusing Vlad here, so yeah, we have to pick and choose. We've also got the Mourngulls fighting, and it looks like they've nearly completely destroyed this poor unit of Dwarf Warriors, but at least it wasn't a unit of Rangers. Enemy pops zombies up, but that's okay, because it's just more bodies that are going to get hit by the Assault of Stone. Ah, you gotta love that spell. It's kind of obnoxious, but it's great. And I do believe Vlad is down now. He just dropped, didn't he? That's okay, though. The Assault of Stone probably did massive amounts of damage. In fact, out of curiosity, 84 kills on Cazador and 65k damage, vast majority of which came from that one spell. But the enemy did screw up by blobbing up this much. All of these are relatively low armor units that are extremely susceptible to spell work like that. Gotta love those bombardment spells. Definitely miss having casters, but gotta rely on the Assault of Stone and the Runes of Wrath and Ruin. Though the Runes of Wrath and Ruin are pretty fantastic anyway. Alrighty, and it looks like we are good. The enemy army begins to crumble away. Still a few enemies to axe here and there, but now it is just the dregs. Obviously, the zombies are unlikely to do too much damage. We do have to be careful as the axes are liable to hurt us much more than the actual zombies are. Yeah, this army is definitely a little bit of a danger to itself. Though at least probably not as much as Fimber Explosion Hammer army is going to be. Alright, and the last of the zombies drop down under the axe rain, and the axe army reigns supreme once more. There are still a few units of those Sylvanian crossbows that did all the damage, essentially, to our rangers. Really, the rangers only took damage from them. Obviously, the dwarf warriors took damage from the enemy melee units, especially those Morn ghouls, but these guys did fairly well. I'm gonna try to chase them down and do a teensy bit of damage, but it looks like they do manage to get away. Not a big deal. We'll try to chase them down along with whatever units arise again, and if I know the AI's luck, they're going to still keep all of their elite units, so we're gonna have to continue destroying them. Alrighty, the battle, not so bad. Funnily enough, the biggest threats by far were the Sylvanian crossbowmen, who were firing at us from a place where we couldn't reach them, at least without moving into the enemy melee lines, which went fairly well for said crossbows, and they did kill way more than the rest of the enemy army combined, and damaged pretty heavily two of our rangers with great weapons, so great job to them. We are going to take execute and loot because we're not in our own territory, and Vlad is going to back off. Unfortunately, we'll also take attrition this turn, but maybe we can siege again and destroy him for good, or at least take Drakenhof. Wolfram Hertwig, you are good where you are in terms of our relationship with you. I think we're not going to do this. I mean, it is money, but do we want a defensive alliance with this little faction? And the problem is, let's see, well, they are friendly with Kislev, which will make them like us more. You know what, maybe not such a bad idea. I doubt that Durthu is going to attack these guys at the very least, so let's ask for more money. Rose offer. Plus, some more defensive allies will make us stronger, and pay, you know, possible access to additional Imperial assets. It would be nice. Oh, wait, no, we won't suffer attrition. This makes us immune to attrition. Wow, that's very useful, isn't it? Ally mobilizes, Burning Wind Nomads, and Paravent destroyed. Skag Growlsh, I don't remember who you are, but, yeah. Then, wait. Let's see if we can do this correctly. So, Cazador. We want Alaric Get Gold. Wait a second. Okay, so we've already told you to attack Castle Drakenhof, which means we're gonna have Alaric Get Gold siege Drakenhof, which means that Vlad cannot use Drakenhof as a reinforcement. Like so. So if we move towards Vlad with Cazador, he can do nothing about it. Like so. Do we risk the auto-resolve? Ugh. I really don't trust it. Let's just hope we don't take a lot of damage here. I also don't want to waste the time on this. Let's see. Come on, don't screw us on this. 54 units lost, not so bad. We'll take the money. Then, with Vlad defeated, you are going to cancel the siege. Break siege. Like, ooh, or in the alternative, we put you into an encamp stance, allowing you to heal nearly to full but still and be part of the siege. Yes. And I think you're close enough so... Oh, you're not close enough. Wait. Break siege for a second. I want to see if I can get this to work. Break siege now. Then move this way. Like halfway there. Oh, hopefully I don't screw this up. Right there, and then siege it again. Now you're close enough to draw these guys out if, I think. At least I hope so. Then we're going to, well, I guess if it gets cancelled, it gets cancelled. I still want the full HP on Cazador. Then we're going to tell you... Well, actually, we don't need to tell you anything. You're going to attack Castle Drakenhof. Hopefully help us with it shortly. I really, really hope. We'll see if that's what you do. Then... I guess Gradnar Copperpot is probably not going to be needed anymore, but we'll attack this in a little bit. Let's see what else we have going on. First of all, you are going to raid. Well, that's actually much more annoying than what I was thinking would happen. I was thinking you'd attack. Okay, so you go to Nagashazar. You, please successfully assault the units this time. Damn it, retinue. Come on, man. Why you gotta be like that? Then we put all those points into it as well. Well, I guess it'll just be fine as it is. Man, I guess I should have built the walls at the Desolation instead. Well, at the very least, they're focusing it, which does work out reasonably well for us. And next up, we have you guys. So you're good at Blightwater. You don't need to do anything else here. Which means we're going to move to Crooked Fang Fort and then up through this territory. You... do not need to upgrade right now, but you will need to be in Masters of Steel and Stone for next turn. So we're gonna put Dalid. I don't know, what's the fastest way to reach Karak Azul? Like this? Yeah. Put you there. You, Constructor Morgrimel, same thing. 2 turns, and then you are gonna follow him. And then just so I don't forget, we're... Did you just stop? Okay, don't stop. Don't stop believing. And then you, for a turn, are gonna go here as well. There we go. Alright, not a crazy amount of construction cost reduction, though I guess we could make you a mason, although it's not all buildings, it's just capital, so I feel like it's not necessary. Then you two. You are going to briefly visit Bitterstone Mine, yes, to upgrade Angrund for free, so go here, and go here. And I guess the question will be, can we meet them at Karak Azul at the same time? Which we will find out. So, free upgrade of Angrund. Lovely, and I guess, ooh, do we stay here or do we come back around? These things will all probably need to be upgraded. Hard to say. I guess we can... You know what, we need to reach Karak Azul, so I think we'll go. Oh, wow, you can't go with both of you anyway. So we'll see then. That might change the situation slightly. Alright, you guys are good, we're making decent amounts of cash now, which means recruitment. Recruiter Scav Hogmog to Akendorf or near Akendorf, doesn't really matter. Go here. Then... how many of these do we need? And how many of what kind do we need? That's another question. These are going to go into the Explosion Army. Now, this is not going to be our Air Force Army, so we should probably limit it to some degree. But gyrocopters and bombers make sense here. Oh, you know what? On the other hand, we can also transfer it to the eventual Air Force Army. So we could just build all of these in theory right now, and then transfer when needed. I kind of like that idea. Alright, let's go. 4 brimstone guns, 2 regular, and then... Man, these take a long time to recruit. Oh, it's because it's a yellow territory. But it's the only territory that we have that can build these right now, so... Yeah. We don't have any engineering workshops down here, do we? Nope. And... Nope, alas we do not. Also, while here, you are going to switch to regular stance, and you need to get us to Iron Drakes. And the other Iron Drakes are going to move later on to our Fire Army, but that'll be in a little bit. Alright, the rest of this looks good to me. We could get another regular Thunder or a Grudge Raker Thunderer, but I think we'll hold off. Alright, well, you stay there, buddy. Keep recruiting for the near future. Also, what's the cost of upgrades now? No, still need the Engineer Corps to reduce this further. Alrighty. I believe that's all the recruitment that we have to do. Gilbert, you are heading towards Magritta right now. I guess we could keep you here for now. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether we move or we don't. We'll still need Gilbert, and then we're going to sail out to Lucchini afterwards. Alright, oh, and ooh. Yeah, we're going to spend the money here. And this place can't defend itself right now, and I really don't like that. Your public order is probably okay, though. And I guess we're going to want to get growth here. Even with the income not being collected, and yeah, just everything try to grow the place. It's going to be very, very slow growing. Okie dokie. Next up, what do we have? Burundan. You guys, yes. So Burnoth, you need units from the other armies, so you can't do anything right now. And Fimber is waiting for his gyrocopters, which means two things. Belegar, and you're going to head forward to Mount Gunbad, which you can in fact reach, so you're going to attack that. Like so. And, oh wow, we gotta redo your runes. You know what? I'll redo those runes next episode, because we'll save this fight for next episode. And then Thorgrim, you're gonna move up there as well. To Mount Gunbad, you two will work together on this. And then we'll probably want to swap some units around, but we'll do that in a little bit. Then, Burundan, you probably want to swap some of these units out as well. Also, give the Grudge Thrower, I think, to Fimber, until we can get more explosive type artillery pieces. The Grudge Throwers will work, especially considering they do explosive damage. Then you need to go to Thorgrim and give him the other artillery pieces, though it looks like you can't reach him this turn. You can do so next time. And oh, that reminds me. Speaking of Thorgrim, how much would it cost to get Longbeards here? Quite a while. Do we want to bother waiting for a for our other units to reach here, as in for our recruiter? And we can save a pretty considerable amount of money, probably somewhere in the realm of 6k. Well, probably 5k, but maybe closer to 6k. You know what? It's gonna take too many turns. I'd rather recruit all these guys now and then move northward. We can go without the Longbeards with great weapons. We just need somebody to hold the line for Thorgrim. I think this is fine. He's going to replace them all with hammerers anyway, and he's going to have 2 hammerers anyway, so that won't change matters. Ah, there we go. All of these new troop types finally about to be made. Also, do we have any new Master Engineers that aren't absolute garbage? Weapon Master, Tough, and Tactic. Man, these guys are taking forever to get milled. Alright, I guess we'll wait a couple more turns, but if it doesn't happen, we'll start milling them manually by spending money. It's not something I want, but we need a lot of these guys. Anyway, I think with that, we're set up, and I'm going to call the episode here. Next time, we attack Mount Gunbad, then separate the armies, going down to fight Grimgor with a couple of them, and then sending Thorgrim for a little bit to trade all of the Slayers, or maybe one of these guys as a temporary lord, just to go over there and trade the Slayers, while Thorgrim returns for the Longbeards and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Alrighty, the plan is made, so hopefully we can execute it next time. Stay tuned for it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.